Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is August 1st. It is not August Fool's Day, so don't try to trick me. And I won't try to trick you. Anyway, I'm hanging out in my favorite spot. As you can see, there's the Lincoln behind me. My friend Andrew is in the bathroom. He'll be out in a minute. Yeah. Ha! Tell his little secrets. Anyway, yeah, he's a friend from the shelter. I want to talk about what happens when you help somebody else and you give from your heart. You don't have expectations. So we left the shelter. We were going to come down here and saw another girl from the shelter. She was walking down towards downtown, and I pulled up and I offered her a ride. She accepted. Took her down there. She goes, "There's an order of pancakes sitting at IHOP, and just tell them it's for her." And so she gave us pancakes this morning from IHOP, and it was a good little meal. We hadn't had breakfast yet, so it felt really good. A moment later, another friend, which we'll keep nameless, messaged up and says, "I'm giving you $40 for gas." Now the car is on full. I don't have to stress so much. And that's what happened when you just do something out of the blue for somebody else. It always comes back. People ask me to, say, ask for donations, panhandle, things like that. I don't do it. The reason I don't do it is because I would rather somebody giving from their heart than giving from obligation. I tried doing a GoFundMe, and the moment I tried to set it up, all I could think about is, you're being self-service. I need this, I need that. No. Life isn't about I, it's about us. It's about helping one another. It's about connecting souls. It's about treating each other with kindness, which there's not a lot of people that do that. They will automatically come to the offensive side and try to block your kindness and your love and your compassion in your heart, because everybody thinks everything's about the money, and it's not. Yeah, I want a van. I love the Lincoln, but I want a van bad. But it's not there yet. Will it be? Oh, that's my dream. That's my hope. And there ain't nobody that can tell me otherwise. There's nobody that can tell me not to dream and not to hope and just wait for the greater plan. Because the greater plan is within each and every one of us. It is in our heart. It is in, it's in one another. That's where the greater plan lies, in our hopes and our dreams. And if I have to be homeless and struggle with life and live in a shelter, well then, I'd rather do it with this. I got this beautiful river. No, you don't swim in unless you're way down there on a beach where it's calm. This river will suck you up. And it has taken many lives. I probably should move my car because I'm now blocking the way for other people. I'm not even supposed to be there, but anyway. Hang on a moment. Hey, do you guys need me to move?
I don't think so.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So this is the way to spend a Saturday. You don't spend your homeless days under a bridge, sitting there waiting to die. You come out here and you hope and you dream and you wish for the best, and the best will find you. The greater plan is always within our hopes and our dreams. It is always within our hearts. That's how the world works. That's how inventions happen. That's how people get their cars and their homes and their jobs. It's through hopes and their dreams. Never ever stop dreaming. Never ever stop hoping. Don't sit and let life pass you by and wait to die. It's the reason I don't drink or do drugs, because it takes away from those hopes and dreams, and to me it's an idea of giving up. Now, some of you want to do that. I'm not saying anything against you. I'm just saying, for me, it destroys my hopes and dreams. And then I just wait to die. That's not what I want life to be. Starting over can happen at any point in any time and any number of times. When God wants to switch things up, he can switch things up. But know the greater plan that is within each of us is in our hopes and dreams. We hope and dream to seek out that greater plan, to seek out the love, to seek out the blessings, because blessings from angels get poured. You know, I mean, I've talked about church, but church is flesh behind closed doors. Flesh talks negative. It talks about hell. It talks about despair, things like that. Hopes and dreams are about beauty, good news, blessings upon blessings. That's what it is. And that's what Jesus taught to preach. Preach good news. The gospel is good news. There is no good news in hellfire. So I don't do the church thing. Churches say we have no funding. The reality is there's no heart, because you give from your heart. You don't give from your funding. That's how I think. Anyway, so I'm out here waiting. I'm out here hoping. And I'm going to get blessed again and again and again. It may not be what I'm expecting. It may not be what I'm looking for. But I tell you, it'll get me through the day. It'll get me through the week. It'll get me through the month. And it'll get me through the year. Why? Because I don't give up. Because I don't give up on my hopes and dreams. Because I don't give up on what is the greater plan. Because the greater plan will always be within each and every one of us. Anyway. This is my rant for today. Flesh sees flesh, but God sees the heart. And I would rather look in the heart, because that's where the angels lie. And it is the angels that speak to our hearts, that teach us to love one another, to teach us to give. They are the ones that teach us the golden rule of doing unto others as we would have done unto you. I'm not talking about religion. Religion is a joke. I'm sorry for all the religious. Religion sits there and points fingers and say, you. You're at fault. You're wrong. You're a failure. But God is perfect. He's of infinite wisdom. How can perfection and infinite wisdom create failure? How would he not know that what man would do the moment he breathed life into man? How did he not know we would get to this place? It's not possible. Perfection and infinite wisdom does not create failure. You are not a failure. None of us are failures unless we choose to fail. How do you choose to fail? You sit down, you look around, and do nothing. You give up your hopes, your dreams, and waste into nothingness. You fight life with goodness, with life, with light and sweetness. Not evil, not darkness, and not bitterness. That's my thought for today. I wish you all the best. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the month. Enjoy the year. What's left of it is going by way too fast. Which could be a good thing, because within time, life changes. God bless everybody.